Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Pathway. So we have a full party as we begin the second map of this adventure, and I'm feeling pretty confident if we can find some fuel. I guess we don't really need to find fuel, we could cash in the fuel rewards that we have saved up. What is it? It's like 9 points in total, right? We have one more adventure to go after this one, remember? So it would be cool if we could save these for that, but I guess we'll see. I certainly will pop those over just failing the mission. So which route do we want to go? There's a shop this way. Oh, this way doesn't actually even connect to the exit. This is just a massive detour. Well, I'm glad we managed to find a fourth person on the last map so that we don't feel compelled to go after this. We're definitely just headed in the direction of the shop. And here's hoping we find some fuel. Around the next corner, you discover a recently built tent. The skulls strewn on the ground are enough to make you leave this place quickly. At this point, we've seen so many skulls strewn across so much ground, it's hard to believe that would still have an effect on us. I'm going to visit this location in the hopes that because it's closer to what looks like civilization, we'll be more likely to be able to buy stuff here. I mean, there's some small chance, right? Usually when a node next to you is a secret node, it gets revealed, but it doesn't seem like that's always the case. You come to a halt near a half-buried jeep. You quickly realize there's nothing to be found here. Well, hold on, let's excavate the fuel tank at least. Alright, so if we don't get any fuel here, we are popping a reward. Flickering glow of your torches casts unsettling shadows on the scene before you. You hold your breath with excitement. You have found an old, unopened sarcophagus in the dusty burial chamber. Come on, please let this be the burial place of the Pharaoh's sacred fuel supply. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a wonderful find. And also, some garbage that we can sell. Car sounds like a thirsty animal. Yeah, the car's a thirsty animal. I think that's a fair description. I will say that although I do not think that Bellamy is a very powerful character, and I think the disintegrator is clearly the worst weapon, him having a skill that makes you find more fuel does sound awfully nice. We may try to bring him on the next mission, just because extra fuel would be such a nice thing. You stop and notice the grassy patches covering the ground around you. You depart. Why did we even stop to look at that? I mean, yeah, we have to be on the most direct path, right? Okay, combat. That might be a good sign. As you drive along the track at the edge of the gorge, you encounter a lone nomad. The worried-looking man is bent over his camel, which is lying on the ground and breathing with heavy, uneven gasps. Wait, wasn't this marked as a combat node? Natalia bends over the sick animal and looks in its mouth before shaking her head. I think it's done for. Out here in the wild, there's not much I can do anyway. Really, your magic pills aren't going to save this one particular camel. Unable to help, you bid the man farewell. He mutters a few words into his beard and watches you leave with a baleful stare. He knows about the magic pills. After a short drive, the cliffs around you open up, and you arrive at the ruined foundations of an abandoned settlement. Oh, that's right, if you help the guy's camel, he warns you about the Germans up ahead. Suddenly, a shot tears through the silence. You dive for safety. You've walked right into a German ambush. This is actually a good thing for us, though. We need to fight dudes, because we need to have a chance of getting fuel as loot. Alright, we are only looking at, ooh, a Tesla Borg. That's new. And it's a guy with enough armor to, like, justify wanting to use a disintegrator against him. I didn't restore... One of these days, I'm going to remember to fix our bars before we head into combat. Fortunately, with us getting to go first, and there being so few targets here, I have a hard time believing that we're not going to be able to kill this guy. I think we should be okay here. I guess Shani doesn't actually need to be close, because she's super, super fast. We don't know what this dude's deal is, and it's possible that when he dies, he explodes. His name suggests that he's, like, electrical in some way. I don't have double attack available, so, like, how do we want to do this? Shani does not have enough damage to kill him by herself, right? If she crit, she actually would do it. Well, no, not necessarily. He has 59 health, and her lowest crit value is 56, so even a crit might not pull it off. So yeah, she needs a little push. Let's have Miguel hit him, because he's definitely the least important. He's the least damaging member of the party. But we're going to have Miguel hit him from, like, over here. I don't get to shoot him from there. Yeah, like, if he does explode when we kill him, I don't want too many people to get hit by it. Okay, well, we've discovered that there are many enemies here. This might be an okay time for a grenade. What are we looking at? A sniper 2, an attack dog there. I guess I could just burst fire. What's the damage on the grenade? 30 to 35. The grenade is guaranteed not to crit, so it's like a pretty reliable low to mid 30s damage, whereas this thing is pretty random. But it's enough, right? We're not going to get the kills no matter what with the grenade, and we are going to do enough damage no matter what with this to get these guys into one-shot range. So yeah, just have at it. Okay. Now, we don't have any other area attacks available because we don't have the bravery on Natalia for that. Let's have Shani... We're going to have Shani run down here. I'm going to hit this dude. If he does explode when he dies, he will at least kill his friend. Okay, 63. Not bad. I think we're just going to leave the medic alive for the moment. The medic might kill Miguel. Or at least might wound Miguel badly. This is an attack dog 2. Okay. We totally have him under control. And then you get to take him. I probably want to do it from like over here where I'm actually in cover. Our party is very strong. Except for Miguel, our party is very strong. Okay, that guy was nice enough not to do anything. You know, let's have Shani run up here and whack him one first. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a nice, huge, lucky crit. Actually, it wouldn't be enough no matter what. Yep, and then we're not going to get to kill this guy without spending a bullet, so let's just... Jesus. Poor Miguel having to see people hit for 60s all the time. Man's got to be questioning if he went into the wrong weapon line. That's a shame. None of that is fuel. Okay. We can drop this bad pistol down to the valuables, grab this. We do indeed have a gasoline problem, and Shani gets to level up. So does she want 6 additional armor, 5 knife damage, or 14 crit strength? Wow, 14 crit strength is an awful lot. What's her knife? Her knife currently has 16 crit damage. So it would be 30 bonus damage on crit. I think I'm inclined to take the +5 normal damage, though. There are a few types of Nazis that have like 51 health. Right now, the machete can't kill them on a normal hit, but the +5 damage would make it possible. And a crit chance buff later on. And a crit chance buff later on. So, if we wanted to try to go into a crit build with her, we could get her crit chance almost up to 40%. And that makes the crit strength look a little bit more interesting. It is probably better expected value to just take knife damage at every level, though. Let me think here. Hold on. Let's try to do that math real quick. So right now she has about 20% crit chance. The expected value of +14 crit damage is like 2.8 damage per attack. So that, you know, that compares pretty unfavorably to the 5 damage. Once we get 20% more crit, though, from skills, it ends up being more like 5.6 damage. Yeah, like, there's a lot of value in critting in terms of restoring bravery, and also just like straight gutting dudes, but I really think just the flat damage ends up being better math. Yeah, and once we have the second level of that, then we're reliably killing the 51 health Nazis in a single hit, which is really nice. It's great to not have to rely on variants. Yeah, okay. One more fuel, and then we probably have to pop the first of those rewards. Halting near a group of bushes, you suddenly notice a snake slithering next to your feet. You cautiously move on. That's not a snake. That is a huge number of snakes for some reason. When you've used up the last drop of gas, your Jeep finally gives up the ghost and sputters to a halt. You exchange looks of consternation. Will you continue your journey on foot or give up? We will grab... Let's see here, hold on. Can I look at the map real quick? So if we grab the 6 fuel reward, that'll get us to the shop. And then we can just leave the 3 fuel reward for some future desperate time. I keep opening that up. That is not where the achievements are. Okay. Everything's fine for the moment. You find the ancient walls of an abandoned temple. Lonely and majestic, the building rises from the endless desert sands. What secrets might it conceal? Well, it turns out we can actually learn something here. The stairwell into this holy place is almost entirely clogged with sand. You're about to squeeze down the half-buried passageway when Georgette notices an inconspicuous lever in the stone wall. You tug on the lever and a secret door slides open with a loud rumble. When you finally reach the central vault, you gasp in amazement. The flickering glow of your torches reveals an ancient altar. It has been millennia since priests offered their sacrifices here to an unknown god. You approach the altar carefully to take a closer look. Suddenly, mocking laughter echoes off the chamber walls. I hope we are not disturbing you? You spin around to see a unit of German soldiers pointing their weapons at you. I'm not actually 100% sure what the result of us using that Sixth Sense option was. Was that a better outcome? Who knows? I clicked on it because it was blue text. Yeah, these 51 health guys are a little bit more likely to fall to Shani. We have enough resources to use multi-shot. We have no idea where most of the enemies are, which really sucks. Yeah, it's like totally just never gonna heal Miguel, apparently. Listen, I don't want him to feel like he's not contributing and also at the same time sucking up team resources. It's really about just like not harming his pride. Alright, let's see if we can get lucky with Shani here. Alright, I was hoping she would reveal some more dudes. So do we now... we want to use Shani. If she doesn't attack here, she doesn't get to do anything this turn. Okay, 70, not bad. So we can have Georgette come down here. It's going to take 2 attacks to kill this officer, no matter how we slice it. And Miguel cannot get into position to contribute. Alright, well, let's have Natalia run over to here. We could just use, you know what, I'll just use the... Wow, really? He has low cover from that side? I kind of thought she was going to hit him at least once. What I was going to say is let's use double shot to soften him up, and then we'll definitely be able to get the kill with Georgette. But no, I guess not. Well, the good news is he's injured. Bad news is I don't have any idea where any other enemies are. Miguel, like, just doesn't get to do anything this turn, which I guess is not a big deal, but there are kind of a lot of enemies left on the map. It would have been cool to finish 2 off and get vision of some others. Okay, so there's 2 in this general area. Another 1 on that side. Here comes a medic who would very much like to do medicine. That guy shouts Engriff. I'm still not sure if him shouting is actually, like, if he's using an ability there, if it means something, or if he's just shouting because it's fun. I get that, it is fun. Alright, let's have Shani run over here and chop this dude real good. That effectively removes him from the fight, because now he'll be forever trapped in that cycle of healing himself. Alright, so we know there's 2 guys over here. I'm not going to be able to get a good shot on either of them. It might be better for me to take a cover position instead of a walled position and just set up an ambush. Like, I think we're gonna have Natalia just finish this guy off. Get us back to enough bravery to double shot next turn. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this rather than actually shooting him at him, because I would love to keep him from moving forward if we can. To run over here. And then Miguel. He only has 51 health. From here, Miguel can actually shoot him. Okay, well now the ambush would just kill him. It's possible I should have bled the medic. Okay, the Tesla dudes have disintegrators. That's good to know. Alright, well, I think we may be in a grenade throw-in kind of situation here, since I don't have my multi-shot available on him. And then we, like, run up to here and finish off the Tesla Borg. Yeah, Tesla Borg. The medic will just heal himself and run. We have a very easy kill for somebody over here. Probably what I want to do is take this kill with Natalia so as to leave Georgette available to keep that guy locked down. I should... Ooh, I didn't actually look at how much health he had left. That was probably a punch, not a shot, right? And we need to figure out where I actually want Georgette to stand to have the shot that we want to have. I think this gives us... Yeah, that gives us a nice open line. And Miguel can back off, maybe. Only kind of. He actually doesn't have the ability to run very far. Oh, well, that's a clever way to avoid the sniper's line of sight. Can't see him in tiles where he's just jumping over stuff. Alright, so when we're shooting at him from this tile, I don't know if it's going to shoot at him from here or here. But I can't get... I guess if I get to here, then he is guaranteed not... He's guaranteed to get hit by my attack. And the question is just, do we do a double shot on him, or is it like single shot plus Shani? Because the medic's still injured. Yeah. Let's go single shot plus Shani. The medic is injured, so he probably won't attack us. He'll probably just continue healing himself. We probably don't have to spend any more bullets from this point on. Because he'll heal himself, and then he'll run, and then Shani will catch him because she has like 7 agility. Oh, interesting. I was really expecting him to, try to finish himself up, though. Well, that keeps him in easy one-shot range for her. It's not guaranteed, but it's likely. And if she hadn't gotten him, he's low enough for somebody else to run over and just punch him then. Alright, Miguel, you're going to be okay. You know what I do appreciate about Miguel is the 6-turn KO time. I do not think that stat is worth raising pretty much ever, but it is nice to have a high value on it. You examine the altar and temple vault excitedly. You're in luck. You find a strange box in one of the surrounding niches. You can tell from the weight that it isn't empty. We find ourselves even more petroleum, and there's a shop at the next node. So let me talk real quick about why I took the 6 fuel reward instead of the 3 fuel. Because the way things turned out, it would have been way better to take the 3 fuel and leave us with 6 for next time, right? My concern was that 3 nodes isn't that much... we don't have that many chances in 3 nodes to get more fuel. and I thought there was a pretty good chance we'd end up using the 3 reward and then having to use the 6 reward anyway, and thus have no fuel rewards left for the future. Obviously, that's not exactly how it turned out, but it totally could have been. So let's use this on Miguel, and then we're not going to heal him anymore for the sake of efficiency, but I'm totally going to remember to restore his meters before the next battle, and I'm saying it out loud now in the hopes that, for once, it will actually happen. A Wehrmacht jeep is parked in the shade of some palm trees. A lone soldier huddles beside a fire pit. A tin can simmers in the flames. Just as you are about to draw your weapons, he sees you and waves. Relax, relax, I'm on your side. I'm sick of it all, the endless heat, the pointless orders. I've had enough. A deserter. As if he read your minds, the man nods jovially. That's right. I just want to live in peace, maybe in a little hut on an island somewhere. I just need a little cash to get started. Are you interested? Well, not interested so much as desperate. Alright, purchasing all of his fuel seems like a very sensible thing to do. We probably don't need the ammo, but we can afford to buy the ammo. We don't need a worn peacoat. We don't need another battle dress. We may as well take the bandages. I think we're going to use them like right away. And we also made him pay us way more than we paid him. So take that, former Nazi. Now you're poor. You're poor and all you have is a bunch of weird garbage that we stole. Okay, so do we still need to go to this shop? I think with the amount of fuel that we have here, maybe what we do is go to this battle node and then drive around to this shop. You know, just like try to pick up a bunch of XP if we can. Cannot miss the Wehrmacht vehicles at the edge of the ruined village, so you approach with care. In the village square, you see a goat herd surrounded by a handful of German soldiers. You cannot make out what's going on, but the mood is tense. Alright, see, this is me remembering to use some of our buffs. Let's push Miguel back up to basically full health, and then I'm going to restore Shani's armor, and Miguel gets... Does he get just 1 patch, or do we use 2 needle and thread? He has to be a little close to do his job. We could also do the hammer and pliers. I'm kind of... Because this one is higher yield, I want to save it for a character who can actually take it into battle, I think. Yeah, let's just do 1 all-in leather patch on him. Trying to be a little bit efficient here. Okay. Well, let's let him have it. We definitely have the supplies to be able to go into combat. Lots and lots of Tesla Borgs, and they're actually like... It's way more sensible for the enemies to use corrosion weapons than it is for us, because our armor is a much larger percentage of our total health. Whereas, like, it's very common the case with even the Nazis, who are the only ones who really have armor. It's very common for some of them not to have any armor at all. Like this guy, who's like 40% armor, this is the most armored trooper we've ever seen. I think it would help a lot with the disintegrators if there were just more enemies that had more armor, so that you would get the advantage a little bit more often. Alright, we can probably kill the sniper with Shani, so we'll let her start up here. I guess everybody else just starts on this side. If I move to here, I can shoot at the attack dog as well. This is probably the right move. Plus, we're pretty likely... Nope. Let's see, we're pretty likely to see the other soldier running this far in. But no luck. Because I want that information... I would really like that information before Shani has to make her move, right? Did he just put away his gun and then pull out a different gun to shoot that guy? Has he been holding out on me? Has he had a second gun this entire time? Alright, I'm really hoping Shani's going to get this kill. There we go. Exactly. Because I did not want to have to use Georgette on that guy. I wanted Georgette to be free to attack the remaining enemy. Unfortunately, she's not actually able to attack him. But she can run to right here and just... Yeah. can run to right here and just wait. He's going to get a shot off. I'm hoping he'll shoot at her instead of Shani, because Shani has very little armor. Or he could just not do anything at all. I guess that's a possibility. Probably not worth bleeding him, given that he's just going to do absolutely nothing with his turn. I think he has high cover here. But she's a pretty good shot. I think she can get him. We're almost exactly lethal. Do love a battle where we don't take any damage. Okay, some more bullets and a terrible, terrible gun. After the sound of battle subsides, the nomad reappears from behind the rocks where he was taking cover. He thanks you effusively. Unfortunately, the man speaks a dialect that is unknown to you, so you do not understand a word he says. You politely bid farewell and continue your journey. That ancient languages perk comes up a lot. It's like, does it make any sense at all for us to cross over the ridge here? Probably not. We have enough nodes to visit over here that we could probably make use of this fuel. Alright, we got some German soldiers hunkered down over here. We didn't actually take any damage during the last battle, so we didn't need to restore anything. It does seem like we've seen the vast majority of the events of the game at this point, doesn't it? Okay, so exact same grouping of enemies. This time we can at least see them all first. This is actually going to be a little bit awkward for us. A lot of open ground to cover. And Shani... Okay, Shani can make the distance enough to hit one guy. Well, that's definitely her role, because she has nothing else to do. Okay, does this dog have attack range on her? He does. He's extremely fast. Let's see, we can run you out to here. Just take a normal shot at this dude and fingers crossed. Okay. I'm kind of thinking I want Georgette to... That dog has high cover, man. I'm thinking I want Georgette to maybe set an ambush for the dog. I don't want her to shoot at him while he's still in cover. I want to set it like this. And if the dog decides to like run around and do something else, then it's an ambush for the sniper. Okay, Miguel doesn't... Man, Miguel doesn't get to do anything. If we want to approach in cover, we have to stop here. That's rough. I almost wish he had light armor so that he could do sprints. Okay, dog runs out into the open and gets got. That's good for us. Tesla Borg is not going to have a clean shot at anyone, but he might be able to just get through the cover. Yep. Man, these Nazis are having a hell of a turn. Well, Shani can kill that guy, but I think I'd rather go after this one. So I cannot stop this guy from hitting us by any method other than actually killing him. The question is just whether we can do that. He got high cover. He's only got 18 health. I might just throw the grenade. Yeah, we have enough range. I think maybe the play here is we shoot this guy. I have to stand in the open to shoot him. Shoot that guy so that he just heals himself. Run over here and throw the grenade because it's guaranteed to work. Right, I'm assuming my shot is pretty bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna save us some resources here. Grenades seem alright. We haven't had a lot of use for them yet. a pretty limited selection of characters who can actually use them. But guaranteed damage is very, very good. Anytime you don't have to rely on the random number generator is very good. And I think we're doing a good job of leveling up these characters. They're going to be pretty well set by the time the adventure is over. Yeah, like I think it's pretty likely Miguel, Georgette, and yeah, Shani probably too will level up again before the end of this. Because remember, this isn't even the last map. I think we're just going to probably hit almost every node on this side of the mountains. The palm grove is pleasantly shady. As you relax and enjoy the shade, a cobra suddenly rears up from between some boulders. Surprise attack the cobra! Shani apparently is so good at stabbing, she can just kill anything we encounter. As if from nowhere, Shani appears behind the snake. Something metallic flashes in her hands, then the snake collapses to the ground. Impressive. They rarely grow this big. Alright, Shani. Calm down. With a few deft movements, Shani skins and guts the snake. A short time later, a snake stew is simmering in your saucepan. You are skeptical at first, but the meat tastes surprisingly good. After your initial shock subsides, you investigate the rest of the area. You find a German soldier lying face down in the sand. The man obviously had worse reflexes than you. See a German army crate next to the body and grab it unceremoniously. I was kind of hoping we were going to get a little rest event out of getting to stop there. Alright, well, we're pretty unlikely to recruit whoever this is. As you approach the huts, you see a familiar figure waving to you from the middle of the village. Ah yes, they do know each other well. Brunilda, is that really you? What brings you here? I heard you were around here somewhere, so I thought you might need help. Sorry, we're full. I think I would... She's already pretty developed. I think I'd rather stick with my my lower level crew here. Keep leveling them up. That does leave her there in case somebody dies and we want to come back and get another crew member, though. Yeah, we have enough fuel. We can just hit all these nodes. You are startled by loud, excited shouts. You approach the source of the commotion and spot a squad of soldiers entering a desert temple. Wait a few minutes and then follow them. Come across them again in the central hall of the temple. They still have not noticed you. Well, then ambush them, obviously. Right, didn't refill the... Okay. I have to say it out loud every single time or I will forget. That's fine. Who needs to refill our bars? We'll be alright. Couple of snipers, which is maybe a little dangerous, although they're in really good double shot position. So I guess you could be here, you could be here. Alright, let's start by... Ah, that's awkward. We're not going to be able to get a clean shot on that one. There's a battle hound over here, which is like an attack dog, except its eyes glow red, terrifyingly. Yeah, alright, I guess I'll just move to right there. And we'll go for the double shot, despite the fact that we're fairly likely to miss this one dude. Okay, well, she kind of did a terrible job there. Kinda, sorta. Now we still have to spend a bunch of attacks cleaning up. Alright, can Miguel get close enough to shoot this guy? He cannot. That sucks. Alright, well, Georgette can finish him off. I was really hoping to have Georgette deal with the battle hound. Although, actually, it looks like she can't... You can't see the battle hound from anywhere, so I guess that was never going to happen. She could have set an ambush for him, though. Yeah, that's really crummy. How many can we not see? 2? I get it. I get the joke I accidentally made. Alright, well, I guess just chill here, then. That dog is definitely going to get to attack us. As is that one. Alright, Shani, evade. Alright, Shani, evade! Wait, hold on. Evade! Okay, that was not exactly an evade, but it turns out all you have to do is shout your intentions. Oh. Have I been bled? doesn't actually indicate anywhere that I have the bleed effect on me. We probably want Shani to light this dude up. Do I maybe want to go for a bleed? We're going to do 45 to 54 damage. Yeah. There's a pretty good chance that I'll... That was not enough. What I was about to say is there's a pretty good chance that I'll do enough damage here that the bleed will guarantee a kill. But no such luck. Let's see... We'd have to hit him for 34, so it's possible, but very unlikely that we get a kill here. Yep. Man, machine guns. Just really, really pretty bad. "94% accuracy through light cover is pretty great. So would I rather get rid of you or the Tesla Borg? I am guaranteed to kill whichever one of them I shoot at. I guess let's do you. Only one of us actually has armor anymore, so his corrosive weapon is definitely less effective than it once was. He gets one turn and then he bleeds to death at the beginning of his next turn. Oh, no, her bleed just does more damage. Interesting. Why did her bleed get to do 13? I mean, maybe it's possible for bleed to just do up to 13, and we've never seen it roll that high. I don't know if there's really a way to know. She have... That's not her. Maybe the damage from the knife skill gets applied to the bleed? Have we ever seen bleed do as low as 4 damage? Because that could have been a 4 plus 9, right? Or maybe the amount of damage that the bleed does is some percentage of the weapon damage of the weapon that inflicted it. So we're seeing a higher bleed value because this is a much more damaging weapon than we've ever dealt a bleed with before. Because any of that's possible, really. Ah, right, driving around the stones. Well, we have enough fuel to bear that loss here. We are going to refill our bars before engaging in combat. Carefully approach the abandoned camp. A few tire marks and an extinguished campfire are all that its previous occupants left behind. Miguel pushes a finger into the ashes. They haven't been gone long. German officer, stage direction, hidden in the shadows. That's right, genius! You turn around and stare down half a dozen rifle barrels pointed right at you, and then you say, "Hold on, guys. 1 second. Let me repair all my armor and stuff." So we're just gonna throw this fresh, worn battle dress onto Natalia for right now. We have a weak piece of medium armor, and then I guess we'll repair Shani's armor again. And then we could go like that, and that might be all that I want to do. I think probably that's good. Okay, sorry, now we're ready. Time in. Time in, everybody. Listen, the Nazis were horrifically evil people in a lot of ways, but at least they respected the rules of timeout sometimes. Okay, so 51, and then that medic is like extremely healthy, but also he's a medic, so it's not that important. Do we want to have Shani go over and deal with him? We're a little bit low on bravery, so we're going to have a hard time getting through these guys if we don't have Shani over here. I don't know. From right here, I'm sure she can do either. Do we have the bravery? We do have the bravery to go for a double attack with him, but unfortunately, the enemies are not standing in a position that will allow me to do that, even though they are all pretty close together. Man, machine guns are worse than pistols, right? Like, this ability is so much worse than the pistol ability. It really ought to, like, only cost 1 bravery or something. The attack dog is somewhat likely to get 1 shot, but I think we're just going to have to Just gonna have to apply a whole bunch of individual hits over here. Alright, well, let's start with Natalia. That's a sniper. So let's start with attacking the trooper. Because there's some chance that the sniper just uses the ambush skill, right? Ah, that's crummy. That's very crummy. Alright, well... I guess we know Miguel can finish that guy off, right? There you go. Your gun is terrible, but you know how to throw a punch. And Georgette doesn't have a clean shot. But 74 damage is pretty good. Or 74% chance to hit. Oh, I didn't... Oh, sorry, that's Georgette. Okay, yeah. You can totally move far enough. I was about to say, oh my god, I didn't make sure that Shani was going to be able to reach this guy, but I didn't have her selected. Okay, and you can, I guess, just take up some high cover. Alright, I think that medic is going to have a hard time contributing meaningfully to this battle. Actually, do I want Natalia to take a shot first? I think I do. I want to make sure we get some bravery on her. Okay, there we go. Now they're both at full. In fact, now I think everybody's at full. We are ready for whatever is up next. Like this shopping node. Okay, and of course we end up with, like, way too much fuel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we actually don't need to buy fuel at this shop. We can save the money. We should buy bandages and patches. And then that we won't be able to stack up anymore here. I guess we can just throw that thing in the valuables. We're totally good on fuel and ammo. Especially since there's a pretty good chance that we're going to find some more fuel. The camp among the ruins ahead of you seems deserted until half a dozen frenzied cultists jump up behind you. And we are really good at getting ambushed. If they gave a medal for getting ambushed in the Olympics, I would say that we should compete. We have, like, a real shot. Alright, it is a little bit of a shame to have no idea where all of the enemies are. Okay, with these guys having 40 health, Shani is 100% guaranteed to get kills on them. Do I want to run up this far? I think I probably do not. Okay, we'll have her shoot at that guy. Okay, hey, we found all of the enemies. There's a chance I could kill that guy with only one of these shots. What I would really like to do is, yeah, let's just do the split. Okay. Got lucky. And then Shani can run up here and drop that dude, and she actually has enough damage to kill him, so it's not crazy to melee attack the zombie. She's guaranteed the kill. Like, somebody has to finish this dude off, and it's probably going to have to be Georgette because Miguel's damage is untrustworthy. But, you know, our man has a mean right hook. Punch that zombie so hard his arms come off. I hit him dead center in the chest, and he went flying back, and his arms were just spinning in the air. It wouldn't be a good zombie fight if some Wile E. Coyote shit didn't happen, right? Okay, so there's one infected, and he's way over there. Shani can totally get him. I don't think she should, because he will explode. But we could go that way if we wanted. Try to stay out of getting infected range. Okay, I have the shot from here. We may as well take it. And I don't think we are in danger of getting attacked at all. Here's a question. Can I... Okay. This guy's going to move first. So even if we can set up an ambush, and we can, all the way out here, I'm going to be a little bit careful because I don't want to hit this guy with it. So he could move at furthest, the space right above the wall there. I'm going to turn my ambush like this. He is not able to move into the space above that. So this totally works. Alright. That is an ambush that cannot hit him. It can only hit the spitter. Was that? Oh, that was not enough. I mean, it stops him. Stopping him's good. And we shoot him, and he blows up and damages the other guy, although non-lethally, I imagine. Oh, actually, hold on. We should give this kill to Georgette if we can to recover the point of bravery. And I'm certainly not hurting for ammo. We might even have a couple of level ups before we reach the end of this map. We've been getting in a lot of fights. Alright, even more gunpowder, a pretty bad shotgun. So what do we want to throw in the valuables sack? These things are at their max stack size. I guess what we could do is just... here, let's put this on you for a moment, and then use one of these to repair that a little bit. And then swap you back over here. Okay. Now we've gotten some value out of that patch, at least. The goats lounging lazily on the ground do not seem wild. You look around, but you do not see a shepherd. They're the ones who are actually in charge, right? They have to be. They're always watching us. They always know where we're going to be, and somehow they get there first. Definitely some kind of conspiracy at hand here. You are probably the first people in many years to set foot in this deserted place. The desert sand has left little more than a few crumbling walls. The first people, sure, but not the first living things. We know the members of the Goatspiracy have been here. Who else would have taken all the stuff? Between some palms, you come across an abandoned nomad camp. You search the faded bundles for anything useful. They're right there, they're watching us. We gotta be very careful not to let on that we know, because if they know that we know, I think things are gonna go bad for us very suddenly. In the distance, you hear a wailing, many-voiced lament. Using some ruins for cover, you cautiously sneak closer to discover a group of cultists conducting some kind of ritual here. Alright, we gotta save these goats. I would like to be on the good side of whatever kind of terrifying international interspecies conspiracy is occurring. Alright, so we actually have vision of all of the enemies, which is unusual. Alright, so we're pretty safe as long as we stay on the left side. They're not going to be able to get too deep into the area. Guy has, what, 40 health? 46? Yeah, Natalia can deal with that. Have Miguel up here. Alright, if this guy is still alive at the end of the turn, this will not be a very safe place to be. But, okay. If we can kill these three off, yeah, then this area is totally safe. So I'm going to get over here, and we're going to double shot. Then Miguel is not even capable. Sorry, if he hits a 4% crit chance, he's capable of killing a zombie by himself. Just very sad. I could just set up an ambush here and it wouldn't matter how much damage we do because he'd stop moving, but also my shot is very nearly guaranteed to kill, so we may as well take it. I don't know what your movement range is. There's a cultist over there. So if we move Shani in to attack this zombie, then the cultist is potentially going to be able to hit us. Man, Miguel, how far can this guy walk? Okay, so I'd have to be at least this far back to be safe. I am not going to run Shani forward. And Miguel can just finish the job next turn, I guess. And Shani can just hang out over here. Wait for her opening. She can soothe the goats. Let them know that we're here to save them. No rituals will be perpetrated upon you today. Soon you'll be free to go and, like, climb up a really narrow wall that you obviously shouldn't be able to climb and only can do because you have some sort of otherworldly power. For real, have you ever seen... Oh, I put myself in, like, a really good cultist firebomb position. But if you've never seen, like, footage on the internet of goats just, like, walking up a vertical surface, do yourself a favor and go check that out. It's very wild. Alright, Shani got locked in place, which is, like, the worst thing that could possibly happen. Okay, we can get rid of you. Wow! That's a terrible shot. You've done a horrible job here. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to have Natalia run over and finish this guy off, because that's all we can do. You two both have the ability to move. The cultist is going to get to firebomb us. There's not really a way to stop that from happening. So let's just spread out a little bit. It seems like he doesn't... You're probably actually okay. It seems like he doesn't have the ability to target empty spaces for the purpose of hitting more than one of us. He just throws it at somebody, and if there happens to be another person next to them, then they both get hit. So I think it shouldn't matter that Natalia and Shani are a little too close to each other. Apparently he's a great coward. He's the greatest coward the world has ever known. Things are starting to go sideways for his nefarious goat plan, and he's like, oh god, when they get free, they're gonna take my thumbs. Goats love thumbs. I think it's a taste thing. Very few people know this. We don't have a lot of cannibals anymore. But the thumbs are the most delicious part of the human. You might think, SB, isn't it the buttocks? Wouldn't it be the buttocks? Shouldn't we just take a great big bite of the buttocks? And listen, I'm not here to kink shame you. You do what you gotta do in the privacy of your own home. I'm just telling you, the thumbs are the tastiest part. So we just run up and take like a really bad shot with Miguel. Like, he's not gonna hit that. Yeah, 48%. I don't know. Maybe he could. This, however, is fairly likely to work. Alright, Miguel. This is your opportunity to prove yourself. You can totally do this. I believe in you. There you go. All you gotta do is give him a little bit of encouragement. And then he starts complaining immediately. I have no bullets left. Of course, I have to have bullets if I'm going to rescue the team. Man hits one shot, thinks he's a big hero. Oh, hey! Rest stop is nice. I don't know that it's necessary, but it's nice. Does anybody have painkillers? You have painkillers equipped. Alright, so let's swap in compression bandages so we can add these painkillers to the existing stack. And then... Oh. And then go back to the painkillers. Actually, I guess it should be bandages in the inventory slot. They're a little bit more effective. Alright, and I guess let's go refill our stuff. So before we rest up, let's make sure people are wearing the armor that needs the repairs the most. You put that on. Okay. Let's rest up, take a moment to sew up our leather jackets and whatnot. Turns out wartime is an important time to be familiar with the fiber arts. Beyond the next sand dune, you stumble across the entrance to an old system of cisterns. You pause briefly to consult with your companions. I don't like this eerie light, this eerie green light. You set out to explore the system and run straight into a German ambush, because the Germans in this part of the desert are just super into ambushes. Unfortunately for them, they never bring enough dudes to make the ambush actually stick. So we get to start Shawnee right adjacent to that dude. That's pretty cool. Georgette can be here, I guess. We can do like that. Alright, so we start by having Shawnee just stab this dude. Yeah, even if I had gone for bleed, it wouldn't have been enough. Then we... Oh, I can't double shot him and get the dog from here. But I should have 100% on the dog from this location. Alright, and then... Well, we know that there's a Tesla Borg over there. Can Georgette hit that guy? Like, the answer is no. But if we have Miguel light up the medic... then we can have Georgette run forward and just do an ambush to keep the Tesla Borg dude at bay, because this guy's almost certainly just going to run away and heal himself. Who's first? Okay, the Tesla Borg's first. So I don't have to get cute with the ambush. I can just put it like that. That should be good enough. There's some chance that because the ambush is here, the Tesla Borg dude just doesn't move, and that would also be a totally acceptable outcome. Oh, I didn't move Shawnee. Okay. Well, he's pinned down. Hey, Shawnee. How much did I screw up? Are you able to get over there? Nope. She's fast, but there are limits. Human leg can only move so fast before it presumably, like, shatters? I don't know. At some point, the forces would be the forces involved in moving faster would be significant to do some serious damage to you. Don't know exactly at what point you would reach that. Alright, what are my odds of this shot? It's still probably worth taking. Pistols hold so much ammo. Yep, and if you take those low percentage shots, sometimes you will just hit them. So this dude is dead if we get a hit, and we have like a completely unobstructed shot here. Sniper rifles are very good. I'm a big fan of most of the weapons. A lot of them seem to have a good variety of uses. Even the disintegrator, which I don't think is great, is just like a weapon. At least the special ability on it is pretty good. A battered tortoiseshell cigarette holder. Who would pay $125 for this? You cannot put this in your mouth. You don't know where this has been. Oh, we got level ups on 3 people from that. Hold on, everybody. So, endurance versus agility. Well, endurance is that stat that I don't care for, so +1 agility, I guess. Weird level up choice. Kind of a false choice there. You get +6 grenade damage. Okay, that seems good. Grenades are good. And then you are on endurance versus reflexes. Well, neither one of these skills are great. I think reflexes is probably better than endurance. Okay, you soon realize that a large convoy of trucks is headed your way. It must be the Germans. Then we hide by the roadside, and we've never had any other outcome to this event. They just don't spot you. It would be nice to find some more grenades. Oh, you stop at the sight of a Wehrmacht jeep parked on the ridge of a dune. Warily, you sneak closer. As you peer over the ridge, you spot a unit of German soldiers. Is this the same? Yeah, this is the same Black Pyramid event. So if we ambush them immediately, we could get some useful loot. If we wait and watch, probably nothing. They're just going to go inside and not come out. Let's get ourselves some loot. And I think we should be okay on bravery here. We should have access to our abilities. But we're about to go into the finale of the map, so we probably want to make sure that we come out of this with some bravery as well. Parashock Troopers, a Tesla Borg, a Battlehound 1, and an Attack Dog 2, which are actually very similar units, except the Battlehound hits harder. Okay. Can Natalia make it to a spot? Yes, she can make it to a spot where she has a good double shot available. Well, let's open with that. Do I want to just Man, maybe I just want to take out the 2 battle pops, because she's not going to be able to kill any of these guys in one. But maybe we need to set up. You know, maybe we need to start working on these dudes. It's like Miguel plus Shawnee can kill the Tesla Borg. We're going to end up with one of these shock troopers just getting to do whatever he wants. But I think we're guaranteed to get these 2 kills. Let's take them. Ooh, this is a little awkward. Well, he can stand far enough back that the shock troopers might not be able to hit him. Like, Shawnee's going to run all the way forward, perhaps inadvisably. Clean up this dude. And then we're going to use an ambush to keep one of those 2 from moving forward. And the other one is going to move forward and get whatever shotgun shot he wants. So, Shawnee, good luck. Oh, interesting. He tried to attack first, so she interrupted his attack. I thought for sure one of them would try to move, get stopped, and then take the bad attack, and then the other one would run forward and attack. But apparently, they don't like succeeding. It's just not in their nature. Alright, well, we can have you get a guaranteed kill here. And then Shawnee lights this dude up, and maybe we can just finish him off with punches to save ammo. Yeah, punching him keeps him alive. Because it doesn't really matter. Let's just have Georgette kill him. Because we don't need to generate any extra bravery on Miguel anyway. He's already capped. And we were going to have to use a bullet either way. The 2 punches together were not a guaranteed kill. When your enemies are defeated, you decide to investigate the mysterious pyramid for yourself. Try as you might, you cannot find an opening anywhere. We don't even get to use our 6th sense. But we do get loot. Okay, not very much loot. Alright, we're going into the final node here, and yeah, we're in perfect shape. We may yet have to use our other gasoline reward on the other side of the map changeover. You sigh with relief when you spot a small oasis settlement nestled among a grove of palm trees. Exhausted from your journey through the relentless heat, you long to bathe in the cool oasis waters. But an eerie sensation causes you to pause. Something doesn't feel right. A deathly silence hangs over the settlement, where not a soul is to be seen. Sensing danger, you skirt around the settlement and approach it cautiously from the rear. Your intuition has served you well. You see a large group of German soldiers lurking behind the huts, and an army transport truck concealed among the palm trees nearby. I wonder if we only got this result because of our 6th sense? Just guessing from the way that's worded. Hidden behind a mud hut on the outskirts of the oasis, you quietly debate your next move. Well, we could smash a wall in the hole of the hut if we had Brunhilde, but I guess we'll just take the smart attack here, because if these guys have any fuel, we desperately need to steal it. Now, if we have to cash in our other fuel reward before the end of this adventure, then we're going to have to be a lot more careful on the final adventure. So right now, we don't... Oof, that guy's really far away. I mean, he's a sniper. I guess it makes sense. Okay, he is not in cover at all. So maybe this is too aggressive, but... Okay, that's a lot of... That's a lot of good information. That attack dog has range. Yeah, of course, the dogs always have range. They have the fastest run. Well... Let's see what else we can do here. So he can't get close enough to attack anybody. He can attack this guy. Well, let's have him do that. We know he's doing that. That was a pretty good shot. Georgette can get up here and throw one attack out somewhere. But she is going to just stand out in the open. Far enough back, I think, that she's She'll be okay. We can maybe ignore the sniper. Like, we definitely want to shoot the Nazi trooper. And one of the battle hounds, because we know we'll get it. Okay, Shani cannot contribute this turn, so she just... Oh, no, she can. She killed this guy. Do I want to leave her in the open like that? She'll probably be fine. She's fast. And I don't think there's really any reason for us to do anything other than finish that guy off. You know what I should have done? I should have popped Shani's sprint, because then I could have run into this cover space at least. I've been less vulnerable to the sniper. But if the sniper wants a good shot, he has one available to him already. It's not like we're preventing him from attacking if we move to cover. Okay, interesting. So if we mouse over this guy, yes, we can in fact see where his aim is. Can okay, I can shoot him from right here, it looks like. Try to break his overwatch. God, her accuracy is really helpful. Alright, so Miguel can get over here and maybe handle the dog situation. Nope. Nope, of course not. What was I thinking? Well, we do have to finish handling the dog situation. I should have just had Shani do it. Like, what were the odds that was going to work out? Let's get behind cover here and light this dude up non-lethally, of course. Alright, well, we're going to take a little bit more damage, but we'll be alright. That sniper just hides in the corner. Okay, well, Shani's got this idiot. And I think Georgette probably has the other one. Battle wasn't that hard. Yeah, he moved himself into a position where he has, like, very poor cover and chose not to take an attack. I don't have any idea what he was thinking there. Sometimes the battle AI does things that don't make a whole lot of sense. Alright, what have we? Got ourselves... Okay, a little bit of fuel, some more ammo. Actually have enough room in that stack to take all those. As the dust begins to settle, you swiftly search the huts. There is no trace of their occupants, but you find several documents in the German military trucks which you take a moment to examine. In addition to standing orders for desert operations, you come across a sealed envelope with a special Nazi command group stamp, Top Secret Special Orders. Why would you write that on the outside of the envelope? You rip it open at once. Project Valhalla has already surpassed our wildest expectations. It is evident that the objects retrieved during our expedition to Iceland share the same origin as those discovered in the course of operations in Ceylon. These are clearly the remnants of a highly advanced prehistoric civilization, with settlements across northern Europe and much of the Asian continent. There is absolutely no doubt that this civilization was established by the Aryan master race. Yeah, the Nazis always had kind of a poor grasp of human history. There's a lot of nonsense in the Nazi belief system. I mean, if you want to believe in something like the absolute superiority of your racial group, you often have to fudge the numbers a little bit on the evidence. You fear that you will lose your minds in the searing heat of the desert. Fine sand drifts on the air and fills your lungs and eyes. Everywhere you look, there is nothing but sand around you. It is little wonder that explorers christened this region the Empty Quarter. It seems inconceivable that anything might survive, let alone flourish, in this hostile wasteland. We're doing alright. Suddenly, out of the corner of one eye, you spy a flock of birds circling in the skies above. Perhaps an oasis lies ahead, or maybe it's just a bunch of dead people. When you reach the site beneath the circling birds, you make a grisly discovery: the mangled remains of a German army jeep. You examine the vehicle and soon discover that its front axle is broken. Even the simplest of mechanical faults could have fatal consequences in the desert. You are not surprised to discover the bloated, discolored remains of the vehicle's 2 drivers in the nearby tent. The men must have died of dehydration in the last couple of days. You leave the hapless Germans to their fate and search the vehicle for anything useful. Like a full fuel tank. Okay, 5 fuel, so we're at 10 now. That's pretty good. That's a good start. Even more ammo, and then we don't have room to take... I guess we could just toss that in the valuables. Well, I'm feeling pretty good about our supply situation. We have a lot of stuff, like a lot more than we actually need. Alright, so what is ahead of us here? Looks like a pretty standard map. It's very interconnected. So if we can get a hold of some fuel... We're gonna have to get a little lucky on that score, it looks like. But if we can get a hold of some fuel, we could really hit a lot of nodes here and keep leveling up our characters. We're not super close to a level on anybody. It's possible that we will not get another level before the end of the mission. But even if we don't, I feel like this crew is capable of handling whatever the game might throw at us. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time on Monday for the conclusion of the Dreams in the Desert. And we'll see you then.